Hey, what's up? Hello, guys. Shonda will be down shortly. She's getting ready. Hey, Rev. Hang on, I'll be right back. Thank you. Whoever you are as a Facebook user, I don't have any ID. It just says Facebook user. If you guys want to interact here, it's you have to, hold on 1 second. I'll show you. You're going to have to sign up perhaps because I can't communicate and thank you. Are they doing 7 inning doubleheaders? That's so stupid. Thank you. But if you guys are on Facebook, I can't. It just says Facebook user. I can't talk to you guys directly. I don't know who, and I know Haps has still got some things it's working out, but this is the platform if you want to communicate directly. Hey, Nacho. Hey, Gary, how you doing, brother? Hang on 1 second. Yeah, they're doing good, man. It's coming for sure. Appreciate that, John. Thank you, brother. Next Bible study is tomorrow, Neil. Thank you. Hang on one second. Hey, what's up, K9? How you doing, brother? Oh, that's great, man. That's great to hear. Are they really hard to find? Really, Marty? Interesting. Hey, Ken, who's your wife? The queen has arrived.
Are we on the same side?
No, yeah, same side.
Huh?
Same side.
Well, you're right in the middle.
No, I'm not, huh? Your ass is like 3 inches wide, so just sit down. So, yeah, apologies again. I'm never ever late on these things, but we had
To be picked up.
yeah. So, interesting week. Shonda had an appointment today. She has her final chemo tomorrow.
Yay!
And lots of stuff going on. So, why don't you update people on what happened today? How you feeling and what's going on?
I went in and they gave me all the risks for radiation, and I don't know what I thought I was getting into. I guess like your mind shuts down about what you're gonna have to go through, and I was thinking, oh, it'll be more of a pain in the butt to do 7 weeks of going every day, but then I realized that like I'm gonna have lots of burns over here, so it's gonna restrict things I do again, which I wasn't looking forward to. I was looking forward to kind of getting back to some sort of normal.
Why were you looking? What made you think 7 weeks of radiation was going to be anything normal?
Well, because I thought there was so much fat there that.
Yeah. For
No,
the
and I was
record, she weighs
surprised
like 130 pounds.
No. I went in
okay.
there, they ran me over the scales right away,
Okay.
and I said, if I have to get on that scale, you're
Okay.
gonna find me fetal.
Right.
Because
she weighs like 140 pounds.
No, I don't.
Whatever.
I weigh like
you weigh
pregnancy
less than
weight.
half of me, so stop.
No, I doubt that, but I was.
No, I know that.
No, because I went in last week.
Sean, I weigh 250. Well, I feel.
No, you don't.
I weigh 250. You're not. You don't even.
Oh, I'm more than 125. I haven't
Okay.
been
Well,
125
no. First of all,
stop
stop talking. half of 250
is 125.
Okay.
See,
right.
I'm smarter, much smarter than you are. So I wasn't prepared to have to go through that. And then the last chemo, I did so great.
Yeah, she had the last chemo was not even a road bump.
No,
it was she.
But I really thought
Zeta girl.
Yay! So we I thought that it was going to be more of like it was building, so I was expecting to be sicker because the chemo's building inside of you, and then they I think I just really attributed it to having such an early chemo morning that I was able to be tired at 9 o'clock and go to sleep and get a good night's
otherwise
sleep.
she stayed up to like 9:15, 9:30.
No, I stay up late.
Oh, you do not.
You can't because you're hyped up on
Stop. I stay up till like 5 a.m. So you staying up late. Her late is like Saturday Night Live isn't even on when her late shows up.
Well, what I'm trying to say is that you normally start to tend to fall sicker when the sun goes down.
Right.
So luckily it's getting a little bit later for the sun to go down. And I was ready to go to bed because I was tired.
How's your state of mind? Where you at mentally?
Just tell me what to do and I'll do it. That's how I've been the whole time, though.
I know.
Jen and I were talking about this the other day, and she's like, when I look at like what I thought it was going to be like for you, it hasn't turned out to be anything
right.
like that at all.
I don't think it has for you either.
I think that a lot of people probably imagine things being different, and then when they see me, they feel better, like because I like seeing Aunt B last week. I think she was expecting the worst and
Right.
even got in on making fun of my bald head because I wear this like floppy skull cap, and she's like, "You look like somebody," and I pulled my ears out, and I can't really do it on this one. Let me see. Let me go towards you. Oh, but without this, I look like Dopey. And she just thought it was
there is, I'm not going to lie, in a female, somewhat sexy way, you do look a little like Dopey.
Yeah, so she thought that was funny, and she started calling me Dopey at the end. But I don't care. I mean, I make fun of myself before anybody. I mean, yeah. So I think it's funnier to see the people that I love slip up and say things like, yeah, I wear this hat because it looks better with that's what Jen said to me on the trip. I'm like, I have that hat. Why does it look so cute on you? She's like, you have to mess with it. And then she said, well, if I have my hair in a ponytail, it just looks horrible. You need to have your hair down. And I'm wearing the same hat that she was wearing. She's like, I can't believe I just said that. And one day Gabby was like, let's do our hair together. And she's like, oh, I can't even believe that slipped out of my mouth. So after this, I was lucky that I still have, like, I'm praying that I just keep my eyelashes and my eyebrows through this last one.
So somebody keeps talking about looking this up. It's a medicine called transfer factor, and it's a natural byproduct for your immune system for when you're going through chemo and stuff.
Yeah.
So I want to check that out.
Yeah. I think that.
How was Nashville?
I just love the people. I think that it's when you're from, like, your family's from there, there's some small piece of it that feels like you're coming home,
She's tried to play the whole redneck angle since the day I met her. Like she's some sort of backwoods sticks train track growing up, which is so false.
Have you ever frog gigged in your life?
All right. First of all, you're not a frog gigger.
No, I wasn't, because they never took me again.
But again, you didn't grow up frog gigging.
And we used to touch the wire fence and see if it would shock us for 4 days. And there was
you and every other child near an electric fence.
Do you think they even make those anymore?
Oh, sure they do.
Like the ones that had like the thick wire.
Yeah.
They were just, I don't know.
Absolutely.
And you're a redneck when your parents are laughing. When
you're not a redneck, though.
Whatever. You know what a redneck is? It's just somebody who loves their country and country.
Right. Well, yeah, okay, that's fair. If that's a redneck, then yeah, okay.
So do you know what a term redneck comes from?
Are you seriously quizzing me?
Yeah, I am quizzing you. I know you know everything, but
no, but I'm saying,
go ahead. Do you know what
comes from? Rednecks used to wear the t-shirts and get sunburn.
It's because they worked outside.
Right, I know.
Yeah. Well, did you know that when in the old days, if you had a suntan, it was considered low class, and I think it's funny how it switched. So if you have color now, that means you didn't work more.
No, she's making shit up.
No, I'm not.
It doesn't.
Yes,
it never meant you were low class.
You had a working job. You weren't highfalutin.
Okay.
And I know that because I taught the melanoma for so many years. No. But I was in the car with my dad. My dad drove me over so he could go over. Grant took his keys to the his car, and my dad wanted to. Why is your hat on like that?
Because I want it on like this. It's my follow llama shit. Oh, this is here.
I know. But it's not Christmas.
So? It's my llama hat.
It's a Christmas hat. That's what I bought it for you for.
She's not a gigger. Hat. She's not. There's nothing about her she's not a gigger.
Nah.
All right.
But because I didn't want to eat it either.
She grew up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was on the way with my dad, and they were playing the trial or whatever they're doing with Trump.
The impeachment farce.
I just don't know why they're wasting our money.
What do you mean?
No, I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's wasting our money. They know what they're going to do.
They spent, what, $300 million on a 4-year project trying to find collusion that they knew didn't exist?
I know, but it just makes me so angry because it's already predetermined what they're going to do, and they're wasting our money.
But they always waste our money.
The fact that, I mean, literally the entire way there was a Republican speaking 25 minutes, and I just thought that was just a waste of time. First of all, how did he come up with 25 minutes worth of stuff?
They can talk.
Because it has nothing, a lot of it didn't even, like, I don't even know what point he was trying to make.
Well, no one knows. They try to sound really smart by talking a lot.
But the other thing is, my dad listens to, my mind has totally gone blank this week. Rush, and he's been going out a lot, not being in a lot.
Right.
And, that's really going to affect a lot of people when he passes away. Because,
well, the fact that people on the left are cheering for his death just tells you all you need to know about what repulsive human beings they are.
I know, but I think we were talking about it, and I said I felt like that was like, he's like Steve Irwin. When Steve Irwin passed away, the animal guy, he was through generations, when he was with kids and adults who watched it, people who loved animals and stuff. And I think that Rush is going to be a figure like that.
Yeah. Well, Rush invented talk radio, really. I mean, there was talk radio, but Rush was the first one to basically, Sirius and all those other things exist because of Rush.
But the fact that he's still working in what he's going through.
Yeah. Well, it's the thing. I imagine that is one of the few things in life that brings him peace and calm, is being able to talk to people, and he's made his whole life out of it.
Yeah. But everybody who gets on, says, we were talking about this too, how everybody says, we're praying for you, we're thinking about you. And he says, well, thank you. And he said that he feels like he says it and people don't understand, like, that because they say it all the time, say it so much that he feels like sometimes his thank you doesn't really portray. And I feel like that too.
I got to tell you, I not on a physical medical level, but all the people that came out after the Hall of Fame stuff, I tried to make sure I didn't just go, oh, thanks. Like, I sincerely appreciated people taking the time.
Oh,
the Twitter stuff that I got, the DMs I got were literally 500 to 1 of, I support you, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't want to, I say blah, 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 but I didn't want to just say, I literally wrote back, I want you to know I sincerely thank you for taking the time out of your day to write this message to me, someone that you don't, and I think we get caught up in that. And it's one of those things right now where everybody's praying and thinking of you, and you don't just want to sound like you're saying, you don't want to talk to them like you do me. You want them to actually,
It's hard because a lot of people, I've said it in all the blog, the little blog things that I do, that I can only hope that people get one half of what I get, because I get so much, and it really does make a difference in how you feel about stuff. And it's not just the physical stuff, even though I've gotten lots of physical stuff. It's the checking in, the text messages, commenting on stuff. And I feel overwhelmed at the fact that I can't thank every single person.
Right.
And the thing that's starting to happen now is people are writing to me because they've just been diagnosed.
Yeah.
And
well, it's the same thing that happened when you had melanoma.
Yeah.
How many people reached out to you that were, they think they're fighting that fight alone.
Yeah. And they were, they're in the beginning, and it really is a long journey.
Yeah.
I mean, I started this in August, and I'm done with my chemo tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the same thing Bongino ended yesterday. Dan Bongino, you know who he is.
Yeah.
He has thyroid cancer.
Right. He gets, I don't get nearly what like you would get or anybody else would get.
I think you do.
But like how do you think all the people who drop off the meals, who you don't have any idea who they are.
But at some point, you just have to understand, sincere thank you is all you have.
Yeah.
Right?
But you can't thank those people because they just drop the food off.
But like tomorrow night we have Bible study tomorrow night, and we at the end we close. I ask everybody who they want to say prayers for, and literally, there's usually 4,000 to 5,000 people on. Mm-hmm. They all say, they're thinking and praying for you.
Yeah.
And to think that there's that much strength and faith out there that you don't know about.
What I think is funny is that, not funny, but I didn't, I maybe cried 2 or 3 times, and
you cried more.
No, but like really, like
okay.
Full day,
right?
Like when the first time they told me that I was going to have chemo, and then they took it back,
right?
And then when they told me I was going to have chemo for real, and then I cried all that day.
Right.
And I usually cry the day before they're going to explain it to me, so I go in all refreshed, but that kind of stuff will bring me to tears more than the actual cancer, is the kindness.
Yeah,
I think.
Well, we have been through no less than 20 events that is in many ways 19 more than some people go through in their life, but 20 different events where people have said to us, it makes you realize who your friends are. We know who our friends are.
Yeah.
We know who our friends are. And the first time, I remember very vividly the first time when I was diagnosed with throat cancer, and it happened when she was diagnosed her first time with melanoma, people saying, gives you perspective. No, it doesn't. We already had perspective. We've been working with ALS patients and ALS families for 30 years, and we got perspective a long, long time ago. We don't need illness in our family to get perspective.
Well,
I think what this does is reinforces a lot of the things that we believe we taught our kids, which is, at the end of the day, no matter how angry you get at someone, there's only 6 people inside the roof of your home. Those are the people that truly, really matter.
Well, I think, because things are so different than what they used to be in getting like support. You had to go to a support group, but now, it's online. And I think I said this last time, when I see those girls in their 20s and 30s with small kids, that's struggling. Yeah. And I realize I'm lucky that I don't have to get up and go to work. Like I did well, but how do you do radiation for 7 weeks if you have a job?
Yeah.
And people have to do it. People who are single and don't have, the support system.
Sarah wants to know how the kids are doing.
Kids are good. Yeah. But, I talked about this with somebody today about how, actually twice, that they're 18 to 25 and they're at that stage. I think Garrison is the least connected to it, because I think that's probably just his way.
I disagree.
It's 18.
Because after his last hockey win,
right,
which was, he wanted to win one for you. I mean, he was very emotional. And so I think in a lot of ways, I look at this in a lot of ways, the way I went through when my father had his heart attack and afterwards, like I didn't share with people. I internalized a lot of that, and it manifested itself in different ways. But I wasn't, and I don't think I don't know about Gabby and Garrick, but I know Garrison has been. It's affected him.
Well, it's hard for cancer not to affect a family.
Well, it does affect. It just there is no guidebook for that.
They don't know what to do, and they don't know what to say. And I think Gabby's really stepped up, because she sees the part where I missed my mom. Yeah. And, she can't be that person. Yeah. She still has to be a 23-year-old. So, she drifts in and out of it, but it's definitely put us in a different relationship than we had before, because she now goes, I don't know how you do all this, because she's trying to help out. Yeah. Because nobody was ever made to do anything, because that was my job. So, but it does affect them different, and you have to let them be who they are, and they have to process it, and they have to cope the way they want. But this isn't their first rodeo either. Just 5 years ago, they had to do this with you. Yeah. So, yeah. So I'm September, October, November, December, January, February. I'm 6 months into it. And
it seems like a week. I swear to God, for me, it seems like it just happened yesterday.
Mm-hmm. And that's I think the biggest thing is what they say is it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's not something that you can take care of like that. And then I was telling you this in the car, that your mind starts to open up. I guess like I never thought radiation through. And then she started talking about the after stuff. And then I start to pay attention to more people who are going for their first, scan after everything's done. And I can remember that after, and I think you were with me, we went to the scan and they thought they saw something else after melanoma. And I just thought, I can't go through this again because it was so draining. But I've already been.
Yeah, but it looks like a walk in the park compared to this.
But I also have been through that thing where you think, am I going to die? Am I going to die? And you got to get past that to just say to yourself, I've done everything that I possibly can. And I have that advantage going into this right now, is that I have.
That's been the hardest part for me by far.
Is what?
Is having that conversation with myself. I have all the faith in the world that everything's going to work out and you're going to be healthy.
But did you do it with yourself?
Yeah, but we talked about that. I was totally at peace. Mm-hmm. I was totally at peace with either outcome. I didn't want to die, obviously.
Well, no, but I'm saying
that conversation that we had where I was very clear with you. Listen, I pray to God that I'm around, but if this isn't it for me, there's nothing I can complain about. I've been blessed beyond anything I ever dreamed of being blessed with. I want to see Gabby get married, and I want to meet my grandkids, and I want to walk my daughter down the aisle, and all the things that go with being a dad. But I was at peace. I had no regrets. And, now that I'm on the outside looking in, it's a totally different conversation. Like I can't even function at the thought of this turning out bad. Well, and I know it's going to work out. Everything's going to be fine. But it's a conversation that you really can't continue to have with yourself. You just have it and you're done with it. But for
I'm not even there yet because I haven't finished and gone into that one thing, but I have already been there where I've worried about what's going to happen, and to know that I have to put my faith in to these doctors that
you put your faith in God.
They're not God. So
but God is,
they can only do what they can do.
Right.
And somebody did ask a question, which I thought was interesting too on here, is he said that his wife sometimes wanted to go to chemo and radiation by herself. And I don't have a choice. I have to go by myself. But I do understand wanting to be by yourself, because I'm the kind of person that if you're in the room with me, I'm going to, are you okay? Are you okay? Feel like I need to do the conversation. And it is easier for me to go in and not have any pressure to do that. So, I go into chemo and I go to sleep for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Which is great for me. I play on my computer for a little bit, and
I peed in a bottle.
What? Did you just tell that?
Yeah,
That's so fucking gross.
I was waiting for her with no bathroom.
I don't.
And I was in the car, and
Kurt,
it was 5 hours. I had to go to the bathroom.
Kurt, that was 3 weeks ago. It's been in your car.
No, it was in the back of my truck. So.
No, it wasn't in the back of the truck.
Up.
See, this is
I had to pee in a bottle. Oh,
no,
well.
And he left it in his truck.
Guys,
and so when I got in the truck, I'm like, "What is that?" I touched the bottle. You're lucky I didn't.
You touched the bottle. It was in the bottle.
You are so lucky I didn't
stop.
Throw that or punch you or something, because that is a boy thing.
She's $1 in this. That's $5 in the swear jar. We have a swear jar going.
I went like this, and I didn't say it out loud.
You said it all. They all heard you.
No, they didn't.
They heard you.
They heard what
she talks like a sailor, by the way, Gary. Oh, no. Yes, she puts off this whole "I'm so innocent" and no.
No, that's because.
See, look, they all heard it.
No, they heard the
potty mouth. No, they heard it.
No, but it's really comes from you in that clubhouse. I didn't.
No, she's always been a little swear.
No.
Yes, you learned. You genetically you inherited that because your mom swore worse than any woman I ever met.
I just told that story. Do you remember going to that restaurant and somebody said shit, and Garrett goes, he was real little. He goes, "You can't say that. That's me, mom's word."
Yeah.
That was a proud moment there for her. Look, they're even being nice. They're putting F-bomb.
Yeah, because they're not cussing. We have a swear jar.
Yeah. Well, do you have like a nerd jar? Because you'd be filling that one up.
I'm all right with it. I'm a nerd. I don't have a problem with that. I advertise half my streams as nerd cave stuff. I'm 54 and retired. I'm not worried about.
What are you gonna do with all this train?
What? I'm gonna put them in my train room, which I can't wait to get to.
And then what are you gonna do? Like nobody is gonna see that.
I'm gonna be. What do you mean nobody's gonna see that?
Other than like
no,
putting like.
It'll be in Model Railroader. It'll be in magazines. It's gonna be a world recognized layout.
And it's gonna be one of those things where nobody can touch, and the kids will remember that you were working on it all the time, and never let them do any.
They don't want to work on that.
They don't. But that episode we were watching where his son went in and blew up his train, and he never let him touch him.
Yeah. What was that? What was that?
That was
Airbus Raymond?
No, it was the one that always came after it.
Yeah. Yes, Dear.
No, it's not Yes, Dear.
It was the one with Kevin James.
Kevin James wasn't in Yes, Dear. Yes, Dear was Mike O'Malley.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
What came on after?
All right.
She's the one that does the Scientology.
Yeah.
Who's that? Come on, I thought you guys could figure this one out. Are they? Let's see, Kevin James. And I want to know if anybody's got any good series they're watching. We just finished some funny ones. And did you know that
King of Queens?
See, I didn't even have to look it up. And I told you were wrong. I loved King of Queens. Though.
Yeah. I actually got a chance to play golf with Kevin and Ray Romano. Rick Helling and I played golf with them one time. And Kevin James is one of the funniest human beings ever. And Ray Romano is, in person, the most boring human being.
He's deadpan.
He's
just like
just so deadpan.
So
Ozarks, which, by the way...
But Ozark, the new episodes are coming out in March.
Ozark, awesome.
Yeah, I like that one. I watched Schitt's Creek. I loved that. I thought it was really well written, really, really good, very funny. Your Honor.
I've heard that's unbelievable. That's the one where he's the judge.
Yeah.
And his son kills accidentally kills the kid in the accident. I heard that was amazing.
Yeah. But I started one with my dad tonight. It's called Atypical. Has anybody heard of that one?
Kevin James. The Q-tip. The Q-tip. The Q-tip.
It's about, I know you won't like it because you don't like.
What was it about?
Atypical. It's about a kid with Asperger's.
Oh, okay.
But you won't like it because the Rappaport, what is his
Michael
name?
Rappaport.
He's the father.
Yeah,
But the kid.
He's a swear jar word.
The kid that plays the Asperger one, I love to see it, and there's no way you can write that story without having a kid that has Asperger's, but it doesn't really depict how much stuff is really out there for kids now. Like Grant, when he was, the first episode, of course, was about him trying to manage dating.
Right.
But Grant had all those skills when he went to those camps.
I remember, I've heard a lot of people talk about Below Deck.
Oh, Jen loves that.
Jen loves anything real life.
I know. But you know what? They are both watching The Outlander.
I don't know what that is.
Okay. So they're talking, go back and forth. Linda and Jen, they're my best friends. They're talking about it. They love it. Jen's rewatching it now. And I'm like, is this something my dad and I can watch? And they're like, well, there's a lot of sex scenes in it. And I'm like, okay, no, I'm not watching that with my dad. So I clicked on to see what it is. It's like a romance, like those romance novels.
Oh yeah,
that's what it is.
Soft porn.
I'm like, what on earth would you two think that would be a good movie? She goes, it has a good storyline. It reminds me of our friend Monica McCarthy. She writes.
Oh yeah, David McCarthy's wife.
She writes those stories.
She's like so David McCarty, who was a teammate of mine on the Red Sox. His wife writes, and I'm using air quotes, romance novels, but they're really like soft porn. And she's incredibly accomplished at it.
But she I remember when we were playing baseball, she had started writing them before he retired, and they were like Irish based. Like they had all of the like facts about Ireland. Like for me, I'd have to write one about the town I was in, because I'm not going to research all that and make up a story at the same time, like most people. Did you see the one with the chess players? What's the guys? I got chemo brain.
The young girl, the prodigy. She's the chess prodigy.
Yeah.
I've heard that's really good.
I watched that. I was curious what everybody thought. Like, I guess I just don't like chess. Hours and hours of watching people chess, but I think I thought it was a good one to watch. Some of them I have to watch without my dad. Steve Carell's funny too. The morning show. See, there's just so much out there to watch.
Yeah.
And I went to the movies for
Queen's Gambit.
Queen's Gambit.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's Brian, by the way.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Hi, Brian. They I thought the costumes in Brigidtown, I think it's called, I thought they were awesome. Some people loved that. Some people hated that.
The Office. That's on rerun here. I've watched that probably 5 times all the way through. That and well, my favorite ever is The West Wing.
Right, but you also watch the other one, the other stupid one. You and Gabby watch
I don't
it.
watch Parks and Rec that much. She does.
Well, you watch The Office all the time.
It's Always Sunny's great.
Brian. Did you finish that?
What?
Always Sunny? Like, did you watch it all the way through?
Yeah.
Did you like that?
Yeah. It wasn't, I mean, it was funny because of the Philadelphia connection, but
they didn't have a Cobra Kai. Hello, Cobra Kai. The kids make fun of me.
Shonda absolutely loved that.
I just love that you got to see all those people that, and then you know that Allie came back for
hot stuff.
She looks great still.
Cobra Kai, no mercy.
Well, you know who is the mother in?
That's funny. Arrested Development is funny.
I think I've watched episodes of that.
Because I think he's one of the funniest human beings ever. The main character.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, he's funny in everything he does. Well, who are you talking about?
Jason Bateman. Yeah.
I think he's just funny in everything he does.
His like, I can't watch Horrible Bosses without getting sick laughing. Any of them.
I just had somebody watch Bad Words.
Oh my God.
And that's like a movie that people don't even realize that he made.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Bad Words, watch it tonight. That is absolutely uncomfortably hilarious.
I like that one. I like everything that he does.
I'm not a big Larry David guy, so Curb never did much. I'm not a big Larry David guy.
I saw Outer Banks. Is that the one that's only one season and you're waiting for the second one to come out?
Still keep telling her we should be our own reality show.
No. I said that I spent 20 years trying to hide the craziness, to just let it out there for everybody to see.
I got no problem with people knowing. They already know I'm crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bad Words was hilarious.
That's one of those where you're like, oh, I like him. I'll put it on and see what it is. Yep. And it was just so funny.
The story. Yeah.
I think that I just like dry humor. I like his kind of humor. I love when I was watching Schitt's Creek, I love that dry, quick humor where there's no expression.
It's a movie, Marty. It's a movie called Bad Words, and it's Jason Bateman. It is absolutely astonishingly hilarious.
That's the thing I was telling my dad too about tonight, is that the Netflix, I think, is doing a good job of like putting a movie out that's from before that you forget about.
See, I didn't think the breakup was uncomfortable.
I thought that was uncomfortable.
I thought that was horribly uncomfortable. It was funny to a degree, but it was uncomfortable.
Asking what my favorite movie is, I mean, I loved Grease growing up. I just love that movie. But another movie that I liked was she's having a baby.
Yeah.
And that was Kevin Bacon. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you. Jennifer Jason Leigh, who was in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. She's the mother in Atypical.
Yeah. I think I've seen like parts of an episode.
It's kind of good to see it, but it also brings back a lot of memories that you forget. Like he's trying to connect with his son right now.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it's hard not to watch The Notebook every week because it's on every week.
Yeah.
Along with Bride Wars.
Yeah, Bride Wars.
And I'm in Bride Wars. If you get bored one night, you can watch it and see if you can catch me. K9. Oh, is that your... Are they making... See, I can't read as fast as this comes on.
No, you should be, Brian, you should be able to put in your own amount.
Sideways was about the going on the... What's that, when they go to the vineyard, I think.
I don't.
Oh my God, the heat.
Up the creek.
Oh,
without a paddle. Without a
paddle, yeah.
One of my favorite.
Yeah.
I haven't had dinner. She doesn't feed me anymore.
Oh, that was the other thing she said, that during radiation, that I'm not to wear a pot holder to get anything out of the oven. I have to wear a glove.
Why?
Because I can't burn anything on the saw.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, that's okay. I just don't have to cook.
Right.
I already don't cook.
Don't worry about it, B.
We have 3 meals a week coming in.
Yeah.
My dad wants to go back and watch the one with Michael Chiklis again.
Oh.
Love.
That's one of the greatest first episodes in history.
Yeah. He talks about it all the time.
What was it called? What was the one with Michael Chiklis?
It was the cop movie. And then I think after that came the one with
Shield. That might be the best first episode ever. Next to I think the first season of Game of Thrones. That might be the most amazing.
But Sons of Anarchy, it was kind of like you thought that you couldn't be shocked, and you were shocked. Yeah.
See, but Sons didn't shock me. I didn't.
Oh my God, they killed everybody.
I know, but that's
possible.
But
I'm thinking
Game of Thrones stunned me.
You just liked it because it was families
No.
against families. Yeah, like
Michael Chiklis it was great. Her and her mom were huge Michael Chiklis fans, and after we won the 2007 World Series, they were on the field. Her mom and dad were on the field, and Michael Chiklis was down there, and her mom was all hugging all over him and taking pictures with them, and I just love you.
But he was also doing Hammer Time because he was in the Fantastic Four when the kids were little. So he was he would be like talking to us. He was just excited about winning. And then he would turn around and do Hammer Time with the kids. And the kids thought that was the funniest thing. And then there was Grant, who was our kid with Asperger's, who was in the outfield, just running back and forth, watching himself.
Yeah. Our second son was literally in the outfield at Colorado. They had him on the big Diamond Vision, and he was running like watching him. So he was like running, like watching the scoreboard. So he's looking at himself. It was hilarious.
Everybody's celebrating, and he's
what is Yellowstone about?
Jen likes Vikings too because she's a Viking. I have breast cancer. What is CLL? It's funny. But I also love lots of documentaries. I love to see how people get through coping with stuff.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I love Mr. Gibson. He was awesome.
We still never settled that fight.
What? You weren't there.
I was there.
No, you weren't.
I'm going to call that right.
I don't care.
I don't care either, but
you
I was
weren't
sitting
there.
right there.
No, you weren't.
It was a bench.
Nope.
And there was two seats
we were sitting
here.
at a table. First off,
yes, it was a bench.
No
on
bench.
This
There's
side.
no bench. CC wasn't there.
I was there.
So in I think it was '99
at the All-Star
at
game.
the All-Star game in Colorado. The Sporting News asked me to interview Bob Gibson, and the writer sat there, and that was the story. Was the writer watching us talk to each other, and I got to sit with him for like 2 hours and interview him, and it was just an amazing experience. And she wasn't there. And
He doesn't remember me.
No, she wasn't there. You weren't there.
But he was just, you just got the magazine and you're like, this was like the greatest day. And I go, I know, I was sitting there with you.
No, she wasn't.
But I never said a word. I just sat there with you.
She wasn't there.
You know what though is so sad about those times? There's no chance
she just says a word. She didn't just sit there. It wasn't 99. It was, what was it? It might have been 98.
Was it Colorado?
Yeah. Might have been 98. I don't know. Whatever year the Colorado game was.
That was after 90s.
Yeah, I did. I got a copy of the magazine, Rev.
But you know,
Bo, stop. She wasn't there.
I was there. I'm going to call the writer. And I was positively there because I remember we were going to the ball that night and I had to run home and get ready for it.
No.
That was the night that we were on stage singing with someone thank God you didn't pitch the next day. Do you remember that?
Yeah. I remember, I think
I don't even know who we were singing with.
Bobby Valentine or Jim Leland was managing, and they were mad because I didn't want to pitch.
That's the first time you've ever.
You should read Why I Wore Lipstick to My Mastectomy by Geraldine Lucas.
Someone gave me that book.
It's hilarious.
I haven't read it yet. Well, I can't wear lipstick because I have to have that stupid mouth covering all over me the whole time. And when I'm sleeping, I try to slide it down like, what's she going to do? Wake me up? Because I can't breathe.
You guys are a bunch of traitors. Yeah, I was. That was my first All-Star game for 97. It was amazing.
You should have to go to that one last and not first because they were so good to us.
97, I was rumored to be possibly being traded to Cleveland. So it was a 3-day recruiting trip. Everybody from the limo driver that picked us up to every member of every employee at the hotel and the airport, people waiting. They were trying to recruit us to go to Cleveland.
That was fun.
The
All-Stars games were fun, though.
Yeah, they were always fun.
Yeah, and then there would be years where we would go to the ESPYs after that.
Yep.
And I was talking about, we went to the ESPYs and we were the first ones to go, one of the first groups to go through the
red carpet.
To the red carpet, which was like so out of our comfort zone. And do you remember you zipped my dress up and it just, the zipper broke?
Yeah.
And they came in and you called downstairs to the people and said, we can't, her dress just broke. Like the zipper just broke. And she said, we'll be up in 2 minutes. And 2 people came up. One went down and one went up through the dress and they sewed me in the dress in about 30 seconds.
Yep.
It was the most fascinating thing that I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's what happens when you have pull.
Well, I mean, just the fact that somebody can do that fast. And we had to be cut out of the dress just because the zipper popped off.
I just thought I ripped it off.
Yeah, right. I was trying to get it on. That's probably why the zipper broke. Although
that was a good sex night.
No, don't even start that. That should be.
It was.
That should be a jar.
That's not like, a jar.
That's like a not a nerd, but a dork thing to say.
No, she's still mad that she slept with me on the first date.
I didn't sleep with you on the first date.
She did. She gave it up.
He's been telling that story for years. He's starting to believe it.
It's true. And she was, obviously, all things worked out.
Tell him your Brady story.
Which one?
The one about coming out, when we were coming out of the fight night. And that guy jumped out and said, can I take my picture with you? Because you had just won the World Series in 2001.
Oh. Yeah.
Are you going to tell the rest of the story?
No.
Okay. So the guy jumps out and he goes, oh, can you take this picture with me and Kurt? And he handed the camera, his phone, to Tom Brady. And Kurt goes, dude, you just handed that to the MVP of the Super Bowl. The guy was like so embarrassed. But Tom Brady was probably 10 at the time.
Yeah. He had just turned 13, I think.
Yeah.
Will do, Bri.
That was a fun game. I saw a statistic where more people watched the Super Bowl in Massachusetts, New England area than they did in Tampa.
Yeah. Well, that's why Tampa sucks. I loved going to Tampa, but Tampa's
not. But why did he want to go there?
Because he knew that they had a good team.
Yeah, but if the
he knew he
fans
could
aren't
win.
good, I mean, it's hard
No, stop. They fill that stadium. That's different.
Well, you
Tampa
can't fill
football.
the stadium. There was nobody there.
Tampa football is different, but Tampa's not a sports town because no one's born and raised in Tampa. Everybody in Tampa comes from. It's like Phoenix. Everybody comes from somewhere else, and so they bring their allegiances with them. You're not born and raised, a Tampa Bay Rays fan, but the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are different.
I ran into Tom. I never met Giselle, but I did the Best Buddies for years, and he was the person, the celebrity attached to it. So I saw him every year.
Was it really? Wow, that's amazing. Lowest rated Super Bowl since 1969.
I went back and watched the commercials. They weren't that great.
They sucked. The only good one was the Gronk Brady AT&T commercial.
I didn't even see that one.
That was hilarious.
I saw the top 10, and that wasn't in it. And then I had to look up.
All the commercials were woke.
I don't know. I thought that the Alexa was pretty good.
Oh, yeah, that was funny. The Alexa one was funny.
Could you help move to 10? We're going to need all the help that we can get. And I was also reading about, you talk about people who, when they retire, they just did it right and made more money, was Charles Barkley. When we were in Tennessee, Charles Barkley seemed like he was on every commercial.
Yeah.
But it was nice to be in Tennessee where...
Yeah, the Bruce Springsteen commercial was a joke. Yeah, he's as much of a cowboy as I am. Guy lives in New Jersey, for crying out loud. And now they're going to preach unity after 4 years of being the worst human beings on earth. Screw them.
I went on because I grew up in Maryland, a lot of people from New Jersey.
I did see the Reddit ad. That was amazing.
Which one was that?
They just posted something. It was just text. I got 5 now. I had another baby goat yesterday.
You did?
Yep.
I have to go on this to find out you had a baby goat yesterday?
Yeah, because you and animals is not really something you ask me about.
You know what? They were making... So I go to lunch with Linda and Jen every time before we go, before I have chemo, and we went to lunch. And they were kind of making fun of me because they're like, one day you're going to walk out and the llama's going to be in the front yard. And
yep. Stewie's going to be roaming the property.
No. Can you see, like...
Yeah.
That spitting thing.
He's not going to spit
once at me. And
What?
We would sheep shear him and sell him off to the next
No,
one.
he
Wouldn't even know he was missing.
No. Stewie's my boy.
So what was the Gronk and what did they do?
That was the one where they were talking on the phone and Gronk was like, yeah, you got to come down here to Florida and retire. It's great. And the phone breaks up and it sounds like he's saying, you're a wuss for retiring. You have to come to Florida and play, blah, 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 blah. And then at the end, Gronk's like, Tom comes back and says at a press conference, yeah, I'm coming to Tampa to play. And Gronk is unretiring to play with me. And Gronk's watching TV. And he's like, I'm unretiring? Mom, where are my football pants?
I think he does funny commercials anyway.
Yeah, they all like Three Rings Farm, but she got me a sign that says Schilling Farm. So we're going with Schilling Farm.
Well, because when I looked at that too afterwards, I had already bought that sign. I was thinking it would probably be more appropriate to be Three Ring Circus.
Yeah.
But some people might not get that.
No. Three Rings Farm? Yeah, they would. But it doesn't matter. Schilling Farm works fine.
How are we going to get those rocks down there?
What do you mean we? It's not like you're packing shit up. We're going to pay people to pack and move everything. We're not actually going to move anything.
Chuck.
What?
I'm going to chuck and start over.
That's how she gets rid of half my shit.
No, I don't. You're doing it now.
No.
You're packing every little fart-ass thing you have to run down there.
So?
I don't care
What's
either.
wrong with me packing my shit? She throws my shit away.
First of all, you're not packing it.
Yeah.
That was
again, neither one of us is packing and moving. So let's not act like we're fucking. Oh, gosh, dang it.
How much is that?
That's $5. F is a $5. I'm $23 in now.
So what charity is that going to?
I think we haven't decided yet.
You need to put it in like a little jar thing here.
Yeah.
I like that. $1.
No, F is 5.
What's the other ones?
Using the Lord's name in vain is 10, and everything else is 1.
Man, my grandmother would slap you across the face so quick if you said
I was telling them at our last, for the last decade, that is so offensive to me. it makes me so uncomfortable and it just has gotten that way. Yeah, Sharon's nephew was the one who got hit with an IED and lost his vision and everything. And the president visited him, Trump, and he met Gronk.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah, the kids are moving. Grant, well, yes, eventually. Grant will eventually, though.
I don't know.
Where did we meet? She was working at a strip club, and
Such a liar.
she was working at Foot Locker in the mall.
And
you weren't working at Home Team Sports when I met you.
Yes, I was.
I met you in the mall.
I was working at Home Team Sports. That's how you knew who I was before.
She was an intern at Home Team Sports.
I wasn't an intern. It was my job.
You made $50 a game. You were an intern.
Hey, I got free parking, free food.
She was the hot chick that they sent down to get interviews from the players because we would say no to everybody, but people look like her. And then I was in the mall. I told this story. I was in the mall with my girlfriend at the time, and this little trollop said hello to me. I said hello to her. We talked for like 10 minutes. I asked her out 2 days. I asked her to meet up 2 days later. Went home, broke up with my girlfriend, and we've been together ever since.
But I didn't go out with you right away.
She did.
I did not.
Yes, she did. We met at the Green Turtle, and then we had dinner.
The Green Turtle.
Yes, it was.
No, the Green Turtle's where we ended up.
No.
We were in Towson first.
No, we weren't. We went to the Green Turtle.
I didn't know. It wasn't.
And then we went
Turtle.
we had dinner a couple nights later, and then that's when she slept with me. And then
okay, so tell them about what happened when you came to the bar. I always think that story's hilarious.
What do you mean?
We were supposed to go out, and you went to a fraternity house, and I went out without you.
Yeah, I don't really remember all that.
Yes, you
do. That was
a
hockey game, I think.
No, you were going to tell me off.
No, why would I tell you off?
Because
she likes to make this story
it's
you lie as much as
that
you're so full of crap. No.
Trollop.
Yeah, definitely. But it worked.
Yeah.
Little floozy.
We were talking about like how I picked up and went across the United States, and I never been past.
Well, that was the thing. We met in October. We met literally the day after the season ended, and then November, December, January. 3 months later, I had actually rented a house that I was getting ready to buy. We were actually doing paperwork, and her and I were dating, and I got traded early in January. So we had to kind of poop or get off the pot very quickly, and she ended up going with me to Houston, which was the worst year of my career. And then we got traded to Philadelphia, and no, she didn't resist me. No, please.
Yeah, all this charm.
Yeah.
How could I resist that?
Yep.
Nope. I was going to set him up with my girlfriend. I was supposed to go on a blind date, and the blind date canceled. So I made my girlfriend go meet up with him and his friend. And then the guy she was dating showed up at the bar, and it just left me with him. And then I beat him. Yeah,
she was going to set me up because that's what I was looking for.
And then
I was looking for a Chuck Woolery because I was having trouble.
I didn't want to lose my job.
She's so full of crap.
What is the hat for Kurt? It's a Christmas hat.
It says "Fa la la llama."
It's a Christmas hat. I'm gonna hide it in the Christmas stuff so it only comes out at Christmas.
Yeah, but see, James, it's a game they play. It's a total fake game. They remember shit that didn't happen. There's another $1. Oh my God. They remember stuff that didn't happen, and they tell stories to the point. It's the old Garibal's tactic. If you tell a lie long enough, you'll make them believe it. She makes me try to believe stuff that didn't happen.
Oh no. We can see the comments now.
Yeah, we can see all the comments.
Put her head on the lettuce.
Yeah, she's exactly this. It's fascinating insight into marriage. Trust me.
Well, we're not killing each other like we were in Tennessee trying to pick a house.
No, we weren't, because it wasn't picking a house. It was either you're getting your house or we're going to find one we both like.
Well, isn't that what you're supposed to do?
No, it's not.
Find one that you both like?
No. That wasn't what was happening. We were getting your dream house.
No, I didn't get my dream house.
No. Let me finish. We were getting her dream house, or we were going to find one we both like. That was the only two choices. But it was up until the last house. It was her dream house, which I didn't like, and it didn't matter. So
did you have animals on it?
Yeah.
Well, then that's all that mattered.
No, it's not all that matters. Don't act like you care. No, stop.
It did have a great barn, and it was cheap, as you told the realtor. Why are you selling this so cheap? Showing your cards beforehand.
It's actually not BS. It's pretty true.
What?
Unfortunately, happy wife, happy life. Oh, it is. Yeah, it's no BS. Yeah, you're right.
Oh my.
What was your favorite place to live?
I think I loved being in Arizona because
another good decision I made that she was totally against.
That was the one place that I told you not to put on it.
Yeah. But it turned out to be the best. It turned out to be the best move of our lives.
It does matter. I told you not to put it on, and you put it on, and then you had to tell me you got traded there.
Yeah.
But they.
No, I don't snore.
Yes, he does.
No, I don't. I don't snore. No, I don't.
You and Puck, but all the wives were the same age, and we all had like a bunch of kids. Like we were all. A lot of us were veteran wives, and so we didn't sweat the little stuff, and we had lots of parties and. Not parties, but lots of get-togethers that the kids played. So the kids were really close, and they were all close in age. I like that, but I love Philly because that's where we started, and our kids were born.
Yeah, we bought our first house, and our family was kind of founded there, which was very cool.
And the kids teased Garrison all the time.
K9, you're a douche.
Yep, you want Puck. How was Jax in the car? Did he throw up?
Oh, he was good. Jax was good.
Was he happy to see you when you picked him up?
He was very happy. He dragged him down the stairs.
Well, he likes to be. I can't wait to see how you're going to get him to Tennessee.
Drugs.
I mean, really, like we've tried drugs, and are you going to drive him?
Yeah.
Because it just seems. Cruel.
No way I'm flying.
I know, but
no
it
way
just
I would
seems
fly
cruel to make it a 13-hour drive instead of a 2-hour drive. I don't root for the Red Sox.
No, we don't. We'll do nothing with the Red Sox until Mr. Henry sells the team.
And Lisa Johnson's one of my best friends. So yes, I keep in touch with her, but the relationship is us.
Garrison wants to go to.
He did apply to ASU.
He wants to go there, but he wants to go play. He's going to go play juniors first.
Mm-hmm. Give it a try. Let him mature a little bit longer before.
Does it make me mad? Of course it makes me mad. It was an amazing thing that should have done way better than it did. But that's life.
Sarah, you're going to drive Jax? There's really, I remember when you got Jax and you were like, I'm going to take him everywhere.
Yeah. And he throws
up at the end.
So I got Jax to be like a truck dog. And the dog throws up as soon as I turn the ignition on. He gets car sick. I don't root for a baseball team.
I don't either.
So next week, we'll let Shonda tell you about the Thanksgiving dinner with Theo.
Okay, so it's Valentine's Day this week.
Right.
I'm sure you know that.
I've already got your stuff. I am very excited. Very excited.
I know what you got.
You know what I got?
Mm-hmm.
You?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Does it have something to do with Puck?
No.
So anyway, I thought that it would be cute to tell a story because Jen told this story to Aunt B and it made her cry, and I realized how important that this story was. So even when I lost my hair, even though I know it was coming and I shaved it down, it's still a shock when you get in the shower and your hair runs down your face and it's all in your hands. And I started to cry, and one of the kids that came on peeked in and asked for something. I said, you need to get Dad. And just letting you guys know that he climbed in the shower fully clothed to hug me, because that's how shaken and all I was. But
no,
I thought
but
that was
that's
a good story.
also who we are.
Yeah.
Well, who I don't give a.
And it was very thoughtful. But then I thought, oh my gosh, his clothes are soaking wring and wet. He's going to walk out of the shower. I'm going to have to clean up water all over the floor. So I tried my TSR really quick. So that was my Valentine's appreciation story. If you want to tell one about me, you go right ahead. Look,
There's
he's got
just
so many. I'm sure you're going to tell the story about how you left my butt to take those dogs in this morning. Comes to bed, and I'm like, the dogs have to go in 15 minutes. Oh, I'll do it in 15 minutes. He went sound asleep. So as I go to put that big dog in my car.
So apparently Jax is a high jumper until it comes to getting into a car. He couldn't get on a skateboard. He hates traveling so much.
Yeah. So I had to pick him up with a little while he's doing it, which is exactly what I wanted to hear when Willow's in the forest. And now I've got to go out and get her out of the forest and hope that 5 minutes that I'm getting her out of the forest, he doesn't think the car's moving and throws it before I get to the end of the driveway. So I was very happy with you.
All right. So lots of thoughts and prayers. She's got her chemo tomorrow. We'll be back next. We're going to do this every Tuesday. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, sponsor, because we're going to turn, we don't get trolls as much anymore, which is good, but we're going to make the events that we do. So right now I've set up streams for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, are different streams. Tuesday night will be with Shonda. Tomorrow's Bible study, 9 p.m. John 1:1 is the Bible, scripture we're going to go over tomorrow. And then Tuesdays will be Tuesdays with Shonda, and all that entertainment that she brings.
Truth. The other side.
All right. Thank you guys for checking in. God bless you guys. All right. We'll talk soon. Have a good night, guys.